Before we begin, make sure you hit that subscribe button and stay with us till the very end, because what I'm about to reveal about this small, ordinary-looking coin could completely change the way you look at your pocket change forever. Imagine this. You're sitting at home, maybe after a long day, and you casually empty your pockets onto the table. Among the loose change, there's a tiny copper-colored coin. You barely notice it. It looks common, worn, and almost insignificant. But what if I told you that this exact coin, the France 5 euro cent 2006, could be hiding a story and possibly a value that most people completely overlook? Now let's slow down and really think about this. Coins are not just money. They are history in your hands. Every scratch, every mark, every detail carries a story of where it has been, who has held it, and how time has shaped it. The France 5 euro cent 2006 coin is no exception. In fact, it's one of those pieces that quietly sits in circulation while collectors around the world keep a close eye on it. This coin was minted during a time when the euro currency was still relatively new in people's daily lives. Countries across Europe were adjusting, and coins like this one became part of everyday transactions. Millions were produced, yes, but here's the truth most people don't realize: not all coins are equal. Even within the same year and type, certain pieces become rare due to minting errors, limited batches, or unique conditions. Let's talk about the design. On the surface, it may seem simple, but simplicity can be deceiving. The France 5 euro cent coin from 2006 features a clean, symbolic design that reflects national identity and European unity. The intricate detailing, even on such a small coin, is something many people ignore. But collectors? They examine every tiny feature with precision. Now here's where things start getting interesting. Over time, some of these coins have been discovered with slight variations. These could be minor minting differences, unusual finishes, or even rare error strikes. To the average person, these differences are invisible. But to a trained collector, they can mean everything. Think about this carefully. A small misalignment during the minting process, a slight doubling of letters, or an off-center strike can turn a regular coin into a highly desirable collectible. These are the kinds of details that transform a coin from everyday currency into something extraordinary. And here's something even more fascinating. Many older collectors, especially those who have spent decades studying coins, often say that the real treasure is not just in the metal, but in the rarity and story behind it. That's why coins like the France 5 euro cent 2006 continue to attract attention, especially among experienced collectors aged 55 to 65 and beyond. They understand patience. They understand value. And they know that sometimes, the smallest items hold the biggest surprises. Now let's talk about condition, because this is where the value can change dramatically. A coin that has been heavily circulated, scratched, or worn down will naturally be less valuable. But if you happen to find one that has been preserved well, sharp details, minimal wear, maybe even a slight shine, it immediately becomes more interesting. Collectors use specific grading systems to evaluate coins. They look at the edges, the clarity of the design, and even the color tone. A coin in near-perfect condition can stand out in a way that makes collectors willing to pay significantly more. But here's the part that really captures attention. Sometimes, people unknowingly store coins for years inside jars, drawers, or old wallets without realizing what they have. Then one day, someone takes a closer look, or a collector notices something unusual, and suddenly that forgotten coin becomes the center of attention. This is why awareness is so important. You don't need to be an expert to start noticing these things. All it takes is curiosity and a willingness to look a little closer at what you already have. Let's consider another angle. The global coin market has been growing steadily. More people are turning to collectibles as a way to preserve value and connect with history. Coins are especially appealing because they are tangible. You can hold them, examine them, and pass them down through generations. And when it comes to European coins, there is a strong international interest. Collectors from different countries actively search for specific years, designs, and rare variations. The France 5 euro cent 2006 fits into this larger picture. It may be small, but it is part of a much bigger story. Now imagine someone watching this video who has a collection of old coins tucked away. Maybe they inherited them, or maybe they simply kept them over the years. Among those coins, there could be hidden gems, pieces that haven't been examined closely in decades. This is where excitement builds. Because the idea that something so ordinary could turn out to be valuable creates a sense of mystery and possibility. It makes you want to check your coins, to look again, to pay attention to details you might have ignored before. And let's not forget the emotional side of collecting. For many people, especially older collectors, coins are not just about money. They represent memories, travels, and moments in time. Holding a coin from 2006 might remind someone of where they were during that year, what they were doing, and how life has changed since then. That connection makes the coin even more meaningful. And when you combine that emotional value with the potential financial value, it becomes something truly special. Now, here's a key point you should always remember. Not every franc 5 euro cent 2006 coin is going to be rare or highly valuable. But the possibility exists, and that's what makes it worth checking. The difference between an ordinary coin and an extraordinary one often comes down to small details that most people overlook. So what should you do? Start by gathering your coins. Take your time. Look closely at each one. Pay attention to the year, the design, and any unusual features. If something looks different, don't ignore it. That difference could be the reason it stands out. You might even consider showing your coin to a knowledgeable collector or doing further research. The more you learn, the better you become at spotting potential value. And here's something that many experienced collectors will tell you: patience is everything. The value of collectibles can change over time. What seems ordinary today could become highly sought after in the future. This is why people who have been collecting for decades often have the most interesting stories. They've seen coins rise in value, gain attention, and become rare finds. And it all started with something simple: just paying attention. Now let's bring this all together. The franc 5 euro cent 2006 coin may look like just another piece of change, but it carries history, potential, and a story that many people never take the time to discover. It's a reminder that value is not always obvious. Sometimes, it's hidden in plain sight. And if you've stayed with me until this point, you're already ahead of most people. Because now you know what to look for. You understand that even the smallest coin can have a bigger story behind it. So the next time you come across a 5 euro cent coin from France, don't just spend it without a second thought. Take a moment. Look at it closely. Ask yourself what makes it unique. Because that simple act could lead to a surprising discovery. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. In rare and exceptional cases, depending on condition, uniqueness, and collector demand, a franc 5 euro cent 2006 coin has been talked about in circles of collectors with values reaching as high as $5.5 million. If you found this interesting, don't forget to subscribe and keep following, because you never know, the next coin we talk about might already be sitting in your pocket.